Famed Israeli photographer Rudy Weichenstein documented the birth and the growth of the Jewish state. The Photo House, his beautiful private archive in Tel Aviv, contains more than 1 million negatives, and it's a testament to the value of preservation. Rudy's grandson, Ben Peter Dagan, did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Okay, is the current owner of Photo House, and he joins us now. If you are at the conference, you have to go to the Photo House, and if you are watching, you should go online and look at the photos online, because it is truly a singular and sensational array of pictures that takes you to another time. So do you think of this as a family archive or the National Archive?
Both. It's one of the biggest private archives that Israel has, and it's in a private hand. So it's something that I feel personally responsible for, but the content is in a national level.
And you once said that people who is a popular tourist destination, and if they walk in, it's as like a time warp. They're going into a different time. Tell me about that.
People, when they enter the shop, even if they know nothing about it, they refer to the smell, to the atmosphere. They say, oh, this place is really old, right? And we automatically react to that, and we invite them in, and we show them the wooden drawers with all the negatives that we keep there. Much of the furniture that's still there is the old original furniture that my grandfather saved, especially the bench where all the prime minister used to sit on, taking their studio portraits.
Now, he just started. He came when he went from Vienna to Israel when he was 26 years old.
Yeah.
Took his camera and just started taking pictures of what would become the state of Israel.
Right.
And he didn't realize he was doing that, right? He was just what?
Yeah. He was like a Zionist in all his heart and soul. He arrived against his parents' will to Israel and immediately started to document everything that he saw in the street, in the settlements around the country, where he had a bike and he used to drive with his camera, documenting everything. He also was sent to assignments by the Zionist authorities. They sent him to document, to use it for the world propaganda, so the world could know about the Zionism, about what people are doing in Israel, and how the way they.
Well, we have some pictures of that daily life on our screen right now.
Yeah.
Golda Meir.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That's beautiful. That's Jaffa, right?
That's Jaffa. A very poetic, romantic photograph.
And just daily life, what he would see around him.
Daily life, and historical events, everything. He did everything.
He and his wife, your grandmother, who was a force of nature.
Yes.
Right?
For me, my grandma represents the reason I'm here, because she is the one responsible for this archive still being alive, if you may say so about an archive, because she's the one who worked behind him. She managed everything, she controlled everything, him as well. And she also used to control me at first, and then she had me the key to this amazing treasure that I'm trying to keep on.
Well, also, we should mention that your father documented the creation of the state, the true creation, the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, he was the official photographer for that event.
And those pictures are everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're quite something. But back to your grandmother for a second. Let's look at this picture, your favorite picture.
That's my favorite one. So she was 27 in this photograph, and it's a part of a series that he took of her jumping over a rooftop. She didn't use any device, no trampoline, nothing.
Everyone who sees this picture says, okay, she's on a trampoline, right?
Nothing. She was just
total plyometrics.
Natural. She was a dancer. She was a gymnastic teacher. She knew how to do it. And the way he kept her so perfectly in the air, in this pose, with this expression, for me, this is my spirit, my inspiration for whenever I need like strength or I need something to encourage me in big things that I'm doing, like for example being here in AIPAC. She's behind me. She's like the angel that I don't know, protecting.
To me, it just captures the exuberance of Israel. You know, there's several of the photographs that capture that, and the photos are quite beautiful. And I might as well have a plug there. You can order them online if you,
Right.
but you really should just, even if you just go look at them, you just get to admire them. This fell into your lap. This was not in your life plan.
No.
All of a sudden, your
Yeah.
grandmother is in her 90s and says what to you?
So it all started when my parents died, and I started, I discovered my grandmother. I mean, we were in a very good relationship, but I discovered her after I lost my parents. I think she, in a way, set into a very deep place in my heart, and we started this relationship. And after a few years, she started to pull me into the business, and I was very curious about what my grandfather left behind him, and then she wanted me to help her with this and that, and in very natural and long journey, I became first her assistant, then her partner, and then the one who took the key or the lead from her.
You know, this is a portrait, a series that really shows the birth of a nation and then the early years of a nation. And you have some challenges that you face at that story. You have 1 million negatives,
Right,
which is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And what are you doing to preserve?
So now we're working on finding a budget to finish the vast amount of scanning, of digitizing the archive. It's very hard. At first we got some support from the government, from the National Library, but they stopped. Money issues. Now I'm working on it. I'm trying to finish what they've started.
To finish digitizing that too.
Digitizing the archive. I think those negatives are, great importance, and it's really important to have them all digitized, backed up, so nothing could happen to them, and they will be saved for the next generations. Then I fantasize, I have dreams about this place. I want it to be a center for photography, not only for my grandfather's archive, but also to others that was active in those years and created beautiful body of work, and they have no place to show. And you know, in our shop, people just enter, and in no time they can really feel the past, learn about the past, have the past if they want to.
Right.
And the stories that behind them. So I really want to make it bigger. And
Well, we have to wrap it up, but
Sure.
I hope that happens because they just transport you, these photographs, and they're really they're wonderful. Thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.